Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today we're gonna do a little cozy morning Animal Crossing. I've got my hand. Just gonna work on some of like my daily tasks today. Might do a little bit of like decoration if I have some of the supplies for it. But yeah, just gonna be a cozy morning. I did catch a bunch of snowflakes last night, so got some crafting I could do. I don't know that I'll use any of the wintry stuff though. I feel like most of what I have would be better for like indoors anyway. Yeah, it's looking mega chilly. Feels crazy because it's still like 60 degrees here. What did he end up giving me? I've just been like slowly buying a bunch of like the wheat fields so I can go put it up in the like farm area that I have. I'm not gonna like fully fill this out with wheat, but like I'm trying to add some as like little accents. It's just that, yeah. Let's see what Gulliver gave me. Oh. That's something, all right. I didn't even realize my socks were green. I got them from a present last night and it said that they were just like hand knit socks and like you couldn't really see anything, but that's fun that they ended up matching. Okay, cool. Yeah, you can see I got like 10 snowflakes last night. I was trying to pretty much just like, not scam, but I was just trying to get a bunch of presents because I'm still like looking for specific DIYs. And so you have to like wait 5 minutes between each one pretty much. And while I was waiting, I was just going around and catching some snowflakes. Alright, starting to fill out a bit more. I just wanted to give it more of a farm vibe. I'll probably add some more like right along here. Probably extend this out a little bit, like one further. I don't know if I'll add more up here. Maybe even the back. I don't know. And then I'd like to put some on the like the raised level as well. And maybe like over here. I feel like it kind of just helps like add a little bit more dimension to this area too. Obviously, it's not like super conventional to just have little patches of wheat around your farm, especially when like I already have a little farming area that's technically like for wheat, like this here, but it's all right. Ooh, while I'm over here, let me just double check the beach. First thing I always got to do is look for the DIY. I have like, there's a few that I'm looking at for. There's like 2 benches and then the ruined column. Are all 3 that I really want. And I know for the benches, it's like one of them I can only get from a sisterly villager. One of them I can only get from a snooty villager. I don't have a sisterly villager. So if I want that one, I'm pretty much just reliant on it like washing ashore. Then I do have a snooty villager. Like, okay, so this is from Chester, so it's not going to be either. I care about the orange dress. I assume it's talking about the fruit and not just the color. Yeah, because I'd like to put a bench here instead of having just like 2 chairs sitting next to each other because I feel like that looks kind of silly. Good morning, Trash Candy. How are you doing this morning? Okay, let me go check on my snooty villager and see if she happens to be crafting. Shouldn't you be at work? Ah, no, she's not even home. Okay. Oh, this way. Okay, that hat is cute, but it doesn't really go with my fit, so I'm gonna put my white one back on. But I do actually like that hat. Normally the presents don't give you that great of stuff. Check. We've got another blue hyacinth. I've been slowly but surely trying to collect as many of these as possible. But you can see, like, that's a white one. These are both white ones. I've mostly just been getting white ones. I've been trying to fill out all of the blue. So I'm gonna steal that one. Put it over here. I don't want to stick it right here. Well, I would probably eventually like for this to like be one of the hyacinths, or like just some of these be hyacinths. I don't want to put it there because there's nowhere for it to like expand. Like I'm still trying to breed more, so I'd ideally like to put it somewhere where like I could possibly get more. I think for now I might just like stick it right here. I know that doesn't necessarily give it a chance to like grow more. Once I find a more like decorative spot for it that's good, I'll probably move it again. But for now, we'll just stick it here. I may even end up moving it by the end of the stream, but good for now. Alright, let's dig this up. I also might as well stop by some of my villagers' houses while they're home. As many DIYs as I can. So right now I feel like I'm just really like DIY hunting. Oh, that's where Judy is. She's hanging out with Lolly. That was crazy. She just talked to me and then ran over to Judy. Talk to Judy. Alright, well. I need Judy to go home so she can craft a bench for me. One thing I can do is I also have been in Dahlia, who's another snooty villager, to my island. It's not me to just throw that. In hopes that she'll give me the DIY. Once I get that one, I'm going to start inviting a sisterly villager instead. But right now I really want the bench that I get from a snooty villager, so I'm prioritizing that. Let's check on Claude. He's just standing. He is wearing the shirt that I got him, which is good because his fashion sense is not good. But he's so cute otherwise. And then I do need to remove this incline today because I want to swap it out with another one of the white ones. I like the look of the brick. It just does not match this brick at all. And I like this brick more. So I'm changing them out for white just so they're neutral. I'll take another one though. I actually kind of have been considering getting another one. I mean, I have one over here, which it looks a little silly with the winter snow right now. But I've kind of been debating sticking one over in this like boardwalk area too. Look cute next to this instead of having that there. These just look so silly in the winter because they like match the like summer sand. Guess that sandcastle is like wintry. Okay. That sand does match. Let's check out Sherb. Standing there. I know you're supposed to have like one villager crafting in the morning, one crafting in the afternoon, and one crafting at night. So someone should be crafting right now. Let's check on Ione. She's also just standing there. At least T is out being productive. Yeah, let's check on, this is Raymond or Marlowe. Yeah, this is Raymond. He's also just walking around his home. How dare he? How dare he exist in his own home and not be crafting for me? Okay, so then this is Marlowe. Okay, Mac's out, so I know Mac also isn't home crafting. There, he's a DIY, not a recipe. He was cooking yesterday, too. Salad stuffed tomato. Sounds soggy. I do want to see what this looks like, because I can't imagine a stuffed tomato. I mean, it looks good, but I feel like IRL, this would not be very good. I also think it's funny that the recipe is just 3 tomatoes, which suggests the salad itself is also just more tomato. Alright, well, go see if Shino's up to anything. She's back up here. All right. Grab this weed. Okay, I got a new album from the one and only KK Slider, so let me see if it's one that I already have. It is one that I already have. All right, let's put some of this in my storage. I didn't mean to eat that. Well, I guess if I need to move any trees around. So. There. Not there. Okay. I'll probably just sell those sea creatures when I go to Nook's Cranny, which I'm about to do. would be kind of cool if I wanted to create an arcade, but I don't really have plans to do so. Sell these. Sure that I want anything here. All right, let's go check out Able Sisters. It's not supposed to be a Cosmo right here. Spreading. I don't want the Cosmos to spread. I want the Hyacinths to spread. Ooh, kind of obsessed with that sweater vest in the back. The kind of thing that I always try to wear like in real life, but always end up looking super dweeby. Honestly, it's looking kind of dweeby in Animal Crossing too. But maybe not. Nothing good here either. Dang. Okay, let me go talk to Tom Nook. I've been working on moving these houses around over here. So I decided I wanted to push all of them one tile back. So I moved one of them out of the way. That's that house you see in the background. And then I've just been rotating them. So I need to move this one over here, but then one tile back. But now that I've moved this one, I can actually like finish terraforming this area. Let me get the house in place first though, so I know like exactly what needs to be done there. So this is Lolly's house, right? Yeah. Okay. So let me go talk to Tom Nook about having Lolly move. Oh! Label's here. Let's do this first. Party outfit. Kind of ironic because I'm actually celebrating someone's birthday tonight. What did she give me? A noble coat? I would not wear this to a party. Alright. Let's go put on something better. Oh, my house is this way. Balloon. Oh! I got another blue hyacinth there too. Nice! Seen it. I thought I heard the distinct whistling of a balloon, but I guess not. Go around this backside and I can take another look. Maybe I was just confusing it with like the twinkling of one of the snowflakes. Howdies, that's so cold. I'm laying in my bed. I know it looks so cold in the game. It's not cold where I am. It's like 60 degrees where I am. How are you doing today? I've got to put on a party outfit. Oh, really? What's that place? I'm in Texas, so it's still pretty warm here. It hasn't quite gotten cold. I'm cold drinking coffee. And I have an iced coffee in a mug that I'm sipping on. I know it's a little unconventional that it's in a mug. It's also like a couple days old, so that doesn't help either, but it's fine. Oh, I love iced coffee. I know. I'm such an iced coffee person. Like, it has to be pretty cold for me to choose a hot coffee over an iced coffee. Do you like your coffee sweet or do you prefer it more bitter? It's mostly just a normal coffee. It's like a brown sugar latte. I like sweet. Yeah, me too. I usually prefer some sweetener in my coffee. This is the first time you've seen this game? So, this is Animal Crossing. How it works is pretty much you start off by coming to an island. I meant to change into that outfit. Oh well. So you start off by coming into an island and you get like different villagers and you're pretty much just like working on trying to make the island beautiful, I guess. And then as you're going, there's also things you can collect. So there's like bugs around the island that you can collect, fish that you can fish. But ultimately, you're just working on decorating your island. Right now, there's someone visiting my island who's interested in fashion and wants me to put on an example of a party outfit, which is what I was just working on. So let me go put that back on. Well, there's all sorts of things that you can do. So you're pretty much just like trying to earn money to buy things and decorate it. So it's like Minecraft, I guess. Kinda, just without like the fighting, I guess. There's no like fighting aspect to this game. So no like Ender Dragon you're trying to beat or anything. You ever play Minecraft? Yeah, I have played it a little bit. A game you learn about crippling debt from Tom Nook too. Pretty much, yeah, he does put you into debt. Yeah, I played a little bit of Minecraft. I've kind of been getting the itch to get back into it. I haven't like played it too much, but I think it could be fun to like do a stream where I like actually try to like beat the Ender Dragon or something. But I don't have too much experience with it as it stands. That's why I think it would kind of be a fun stream because I'm very much so a noob in the game. Sorry, my dog just made a really funny noise. Okay, I'm trying to put on a party outfit right now. How big is this game, by the way? Yeah, I feel like it's pretty popular. It came out in like, I want to say like 2019, 2020. But then the original version of the game actually came out on GameCube. So they had like a GameCube version, they had a Wii version, they had like two different DS versions. And then they just released a big update for next year that's supposed to come out in January. So that's kind of what like got me back onto the game. I started playing a little bit later than most people. I started playing probably back in like I want to say like 2023. So like maybe like 2 years ago, I played for a little bit, stopped, and now I'm working on revamping my island kind of for like the upcoming like update that they've just announced. They're adding a pretty big expansion to it, which is really exciting. All right, let's see if this is party enough for her. Definitely not really good for the winter. So is that your fave game? It's kind of like the game that I'm hyper focused on right now, I guess. Because like I played it for a little bit, took like a 1.5 year long break, and now I'm back on it. I think majority of people played this in lockdown. Yeah, that's where since it came out, I don't know if it came out in 2019 or 2020, but it was like very, very big during COVID lockdown. Oh, better go stop him. All right, I'm gonna go put a different outfit back on because I feel like I look a little ridiculous walking around in this in the snow. Have you played this game, A Warm Day in Hell? I like the username, by the way. That's funny. I'm gonna take revenge. Oh no. I think it was released same month most people were in lockdown. Because what it hit, let's say it was like March 2020. Like kind of like mid-March. So maybe it came out then. Try this one. That looks really cozy. So I'm gonna take the sunglasses off. Not played it for a while, but had to play again and prep for the 3.0 update next month. Pretty much same. I mean, I started later, so like I feel like my island like wasn't really far along when I like jumped back in, but now I'm kind of like getting it up. Like I had no inclines. I think I had maybe like 2 bridges. By the way, do you have any other hobbies? Yeah, so kind of my favorite thing to do is travel. But then obviously can't do that constantly. So I also like doing kind of just like more like artsy things. I do a lot of different like just like art mediums. And then I also do Legree, which is like kind of similar to like Pilates, I guess. It's a little different, but similar vibe. And then I also have a dog, so I like spending a lot of time with him. I did not need to keep these tights on, but oh well. Can't even see them. Yeah, travel is probably like my absolute favorite thing to do though. What about you? Okay, go around. Shake some trees to try to get some items. OMG, an artist. I'm not like super good at art, but I like doing it. Like, I feel like watercolor painting is really fun. I've also like, not like built furniture from scratch, but I've like DIY'd some furniture. I sew. But it's all just like self-taught stuff. I can do everything at this point in art. Oh, really? Oh, I see. I'm an artist too. Okay, gotcha. I see what you were saying now. Sorry, I misread. What's your favorite like art form? I want to see your art. Oh, trust me, it's really nothing like good. I don't think I even have any of it out right now. I don't really have like anything hung up on my walls. I feel like a lot of like the art I've done has been more like functional than anything else. Like kind of like the biggest sewing project I did was I recovered my couch. Because it was like I want to say the couch was like probably 30 years old and it was a white couch. So it like obviously desperately needed recovered. So I just like made some new cushions for it. You sketch mostly? Oh, nice. Yeah, I definitely did more drawing when I was a kid. I haven't done it as much recently. I feel like watercolor's a little more forgiving. Do you have any socials? Yes, I have a Twitter. It's also just like DufferKH. It's also linked in my About section here on Twitch. Protein shaker bottle. Not exactly what I was looking for, but I guess I'll take it. I don't use Twitter. Do you have Insta or Discord? I do have an Instagram. My username's a little bit more difficult. It's Kate_Hawkin, HAWKIN.S. And then I want to get like a Discord or something set up. I just haven't done that yet. Yeah, I don't really blame you for not having Twitter though. I got rid of it after it became X pretty much. And then I like pretty much like just started it back up for this channel just so that like I can announce when I'm live and stuff. Can you put it in chat? Yeah, that'd probably be easier. Oh, thank you for the follow. Like someone's having an existential crisis down there. Deal with that in a moment. We finish shaking these trees at least first. water balloon. Where is it? Is. There we go. Where is it? There it is. Let's talk to Mag while we're down here. Ah, sure. Yeah, have a good one. Bye. Good luck with the dog. Alright, let's just get him to play high card, low card with us and then kick him out. I say as he's like giving me a gift. Yep, let's do this. I've already given him a tour of my house so many times, so I don't really feel the need to do it again. Alright, this is probably lower. Well, that's really unfortunate. At least Mac wasn't considering leaving your island, although you might want him to leave. So he was actually my starter villager. Like, he was my, like, starter jock villager, like one of my first two. And I don't know, I've been debating it because I do love Mac. I've been considering going on a villager hunt for Bones though, because I do think Bones is the cuter dog. I know a lot of people like Bones, so that's not anything crazy, but I don't know. I've been debating it because I do love Mac. I also think it's really funny that he started calling me Vitamin D. All right, let's go back to Shaking Trees. I don't think I ever got these done, so let me just do those real quick. Do you have a favorite villager, any that you've got your eye on? I have Bones on Island 1. Oh, I'm jealous. He's so cute. It's also like, my parents have a bulldog though, so when I do, like see Mac, it kind of reminds me a little bit of my parents' bulldog, which I think like makes me like him more. I also just tend to like the lazy villagers, which I know Bones is, but Mac is my only jock, so it's also like, I don't know if I want to like get rid of my only jock villager. So, I don't know. I'm still deciding if I'm going to keep him or get rid of him. I've also been on the fence about Claude. Marshall is my fave. Yeah. I know a lot of people love Marshall. I haven't ever like interacted with him in this game. Like I haven't seen him on any like islands or anything. Oh, nice. All right, I'm just gonna check over here for any fossils. Okay, nothing here. That down there is just a gyroid. Let me go ahead and grab it. Yeah, Marshall's a cutie. I like his house too. Yeah, Max still has his like starter house, so it is not cute at all. And Raymond, I have Raymond. I got him through an amiibo card. I like bought myself like, I think like 1 or 2 packs of amiibo cards, and there were so many bangers in there. Like a lot of like, I know like villagers that are like really highly liked. Like Raymond was in there, Audie was in there, Shino, gosh, who else? Here's Raymond. Aw. Sorry, I was not expecting him to actually ask me a question back. Like, who else did I get? Raymond was in there. Oh, Judy was in there. Sherb was in there. Shino was. I know they're all very popular. Then I got Marlo and Ione from it as well. I have Lolly, which I know she's also really popular. She just came to my campsite. Ditto, I got his amiibo. Yeah, I don't blame you. It's like, that's why it's like, I want bones, but it's like, man, I don't know if I want to like go out and like buy more amiibos. And I also don't know if I want to go through villager hunting. You had the same pack as me, LOL. I know, it's like all, because I think it does it based off of just like the number that they're listed as. Like I have Azalea's right next to me. She's listed as like 446 up in the corner. And I think they just had a bunch of bangers all right next to each other. Which reminds me, I actually am gonna invite Azalea to visit my campsite. I'm not trying to bring her to my island. I just want to get a DIY from her. She's a snooty villager, and there's a bench that only a snooty villager can give you, so I want to get it. Audie was in my packs. Yeah, she was in one of mine as well. Oh, Marlo. Yeah. I love Marlo. I think he's so funny. The idea that they have a little mob boss hamster is just so funny to me. Let's check out shopping first, I guess, while we're here. I definitely have that one. Okay. Got some amiibo when Island was full. Yeah, especially like that's why it's so tough. Like if your most like recent Islander is someone you don't want, they won't ask to leave. Yeah, I've been asking her because there's a bench DIY that I want from her. There's also a bench DIY that I want from a sisterly villager. So once I get this one, I'm gonna start inviting a sisterly villager in hopes that the like souvenir they'll ask for will be the bench that I want. Let's go see what she wants me to make her. Yeah, that's one nice thing with the amiibos is it makes it easy to like move out exactly who you want to. Rather than just like waiting for them to ask. I don't want the wooden chair. I already have it anyway. Okay, I'm not actually gonna make it for her. I just, in case she happened to ask for the bench, I know she would give me the DIY for it, which is why I was inviting her. So don't care about that. Okay, let me go talk to Tom Nook about moving someone's house and also destroying an incline. Didn't feel right to keep hitting the ones I wanted to leave with a net. That seemed cruel. Oh, trust me. I was smacking Becky with a net trying to get her to ask to leave. And then I got the amiibo cards and just kicked her out immediately. Take the... I hated Becky. I don't think that actually like impacts whether or not they'll ask to leave though, unfortunately. I wish it did. I wish you could just bully one of your villagers to leave. That would be really funny. Oh, wait, no, I wanted to destroy one. My bad. Not build one. And then this is what I want to demolish. I just want to swap it out with the white plank ramp, because it just doesn't match the custom flooring that I'm doing. So it looks kind of bad. And I also want to move Lolly's house. Google lore then? Hard to know what to believe on the internet, true. Righty. Yeah, this is what I mean by like this brick just doesn't go very well with like this brick here, and I really like this custom pathing I'm using. None of the tips I read to get villagers to leave seem to work. I think it's just random. I think you just have to wait for them to leave. I think there is a way where it's like you can kind of like time travel until you like get the right villager asking, but I think that's the only way that you like have any sort of control over it. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure it's just random, which kind of sucks. I wish you had more control over that. Let's get rid of this. I just dug this here so I could verify spacing. Yeah, right now, this is Lolly's house. I ended up, like, messing... So you can kind of see the initial spacing here, where I had, like, this bridge and then, like, the villagers' houses here. And I had, like, 4 set up. I thought I didn't like the tight swing from, like, going up the incline and then into the villager's house. So I moved all of the houses and the inclines, and it's been a long process. I first had to move Judy's house down there to get it out of the way, and then I've just been like rotating the other 3 houses around. So once Lolly moves over here, I'm gonna put Judy's house over here, and then obviously I just destroyed this incline, so I'm gonna replace it tomorrow. Not a fan of using the time travel exploit. I know I haven't time traveled at all for this island. That's where if I ever did do some sort of villager hunt, it would be like well past like what I've already like when I've kind of like finalized my island. That's where I feel like I would then like go out, because so far I haven't used like any sort of cheats like treasure islands or like time travel or anything for my island. But if I were to do a villager hunt, I would go to a treasure island to get Nook Miles tickets, because like otherwise like I have I think like 30,000 Nook Miles saved up. Like that would afford me 15 islands, and so the odds of finding who I want in 15 islands just isn't realistic. Ended up working against me with the turnips. Yeah, you also run that risk. If you have turnips, you like run the risk of spoiling them, and then like if you invested all of your money into the stock market, you just lose it all. Plus, then you have to deal with all the like the de-weeding and stuff too when you get back, and like roaches in your house. It's just I don't know. I haven't been using any sort of like time travel for this island. Okay. Let's go check my work island, see what the DIY is there, and see if there's anything fun in the shop. All right. There is a specific DIY that I want from this island as well. I want the like ruined pillars. I feel like it would go kind of well with like the castle aesthetic I have going on right now. Fine hanging chair. Okay, I already know that DIY anyway. Give it to a friend. See if there's anything good in the shop. I already have this table. For these chairs. That's too expensive for just a chair. The Poke's so hard to earn. Will you just stick with the 3.0 update or pay for the extra content? So I just have a Switch 1. So I can't pay for the extra content since it's just for the Switch 2. I mean, I paid for the DLC, but that's kind of the extent that I can do for that. If they come out with an Animal Crossing 2, I'm sure it'll be Switch 2 only, and that's probably when I would like consider getting a Switch 2. But until then, I'm just gonna stick with my Switch 1. I also think it's, I don't know, kind of a waste of money. It's like you're already having people pay for this like more optimized, faster, higher resolution machine, and now you're making them pay to get like pretty much just access to those features. Like I'm a little surprised that the Switch 2 upgrade wasn't the free part, and instead the like all of the other content is what's free. I feel like if anything they should have switched that. I mean, I'm not going to complain because I get the free content. Because there's like kind of two parts to the update. There's like all of the stuff that they're just like adding to just like the base game, and all of that is free. I don't need those. And then the paid for upgrade is just for the Switch 2. I'm gonna buy some more pumpkins for him. I've been trying to get white pumpkins. I'll buy like 20. I have a bunch that are growing, so I should figure out tomorrow if any of them are white. Oh, thought some of the content was paid. I don't think so. I think the only paid part is just like the upgraded version for like the Switch 2 version of Animal Crossing. And it's like $5. It's not anything crazy. But it's like the Switch 2 version, like I think gives you better graphics and also lets you like invite more people to your island at once. So it's like the smaller part of the major updates that they announced. I also think it was crazy that they just like dropped these like kind of major updates for like a pretty big game just like randomly on a Tuesday. But unless you have a Switch 2, all of the updated content should be free. It's just the Switch 2 upgrade that costs money. Also need to talk to anything. I don't know if I have all of the hairstyles from her. Yeah, let's go home. What are you most excited about in the new update? Do some construction so I can fix the terraforming of this waterfall. Oh, this is not what I'm trying to do. I want to break this square. There we go. Alright, I'll probably keep it like that. That way you can still like fully walk around this. But this looks a little bit more natural than how I had it. So I could tighten this. Let me see how that looks first, I guess. Okay, so it won't even let me do that. Not what I wanted. Okay, no, look. Let me add that back. Yeah, have this. Been a while since I've seen the trailer, so tough question. Just a nice excuse to play again. And that's very fair. I really like the idea of the Dream Islands because I think it'd be really fun to be able to like do some like it's pretty much like their like co-op sandbox mode. So you can just like create an island. You can use like anything from the catalog. You don't have to actually like pay for it with bells or craft it or anything like that. So you can just like play around like what you pretty much just do for like the Happy Homes DLC if you have that. But it's like for everything on the island. It's not just for the interiors of houses. And the fact that you can also do that co-op to me is really, really cool. I'm also excited for some of the new items that they're adding, like the furniture items. I'm gonna go put away the rest of the starts. That should be good to kick me off at least. Do I have this bug? Did it just go away? Did it see me? It's hard to tell. It was in such an awkward spot. I want to run through my tulips. I'm trying to like breed certain colors with my tulips. I also need to replant that money tree. Stick it maybe just like right over here. I know it was really exciting just in general that they actually like added or have decided to add more content. It does make me a little afraid that they're like really postponing when like an Animal Crossing 2 will be released though. I'm still missing some stuff for my fossils. All then. Forgot about building snowman amount of times. I made this the wrong head size or accidentally put the body and head wrong way around. I don't even like... I don't have the patience to build a snowman in this game. Especially like, I feel like unless you have a really like wide open clearing where you have your snowballs, it is so hard. I have like so many trees and stuff around my island. It gets so hard to try to like maneuver around them and still get them the right size. I'll probably build one because I think that like opens you up to like getting some like DIYs and stuff. So maybe I'll do that after this. That was my Thinking 3.0 update. Makes me wonder if we are ever going to get another Animal Crossing. I mean, surely they will. I feel like it's like one of their bigger franchises. I also think they're going to do it probably when they want like a second sweep of people buying the Switch 2. Because I feel like that's what it's gonna create, is because you have a lot of people who are really loyal to this game. And that's kind of what they did for like the original Switch as well, was they waited a little bit and then they released Animal Crossing, and even like an Animal Crossing version specific for the Switch. There's a few DIY from building multiple perfect ones. Yeah, that's what I know. It's just really hard to build like the perfect ones. I have an ice room on my island. Oh, that's kind of cool. I do have some of the DIYs from, I guess, like previous years. So I don't even know what I'm all missing. Like I've got all of these, which are all, I think, some of the like ice stuff. But I don't think I've really spent too much time building snowmen any year that I've played this game. So I don't know. Beetle's back on it. Went. I'm gonna kick this out here. And maybe try to create one here. Oh. Seems like game designers not interested in releasing further games in their franchises. I assume that's not the case. I feel like this is such a popular franchise. And I mean, they released, but they had like the GameCube version, they had the Wii version, they had like 2 DS versions. I hope they haven't just given up on Animal Crossing. And no, maybe they've kind of said like, you know, we've done all that we can with the game. I would like to, like, I do think the game is great. I think there are definitely, like, improvements that can be made. I feel like the biggest thing would be, like, more unique dialogue with the villagers. Bethesda being prime example with Elder Scrolls. True. Like, I get the idea of, like, we've already made a perfect game. Like, what more can you want from us? There's like no improvements that can be made upon it. But this isn't a perfect game. Like, there are improvements that can be made. Because you do kind of have to ask yourself, like, okay, if they were to create a second version of this game, like, what will they change to still make it distinct enough to justify getting it? I feel like that's a bit harder. Like, does it make more sense to create a new game or just to continue to add content to this one? I'm gonna go try to find a scallop so I can get a DIY from Pascal. Maybe games are profitable anymore. Yeah, I don't know. Like, if they came out with an Elder Scrolls 2, oh, plenty of people would buy it. That was one thing that really surprised me. So my favorite childhood game was Kirby Air Ride, which came out in 2003. Wasn't that popular. And then all of a sudden, earlier this year, they announced that they're coming out with Kirby Air Riders, which is just a new version of the game for the Switch. I was not expecting a new version of the game, so it was crazy that they came out with it. And they like honored a lot of the original game with it. Like, I have it, I've played it. But obviously the original Kirby Air Ride came out in like 2003. Usually find Pascal turns up quickly or takes ages. Exactly. I'm either going to get a scallop in one of like the first 5 things I dive for, or I'm going to have to sell 2 inventories full of sea creatures to get it. Bethesda concentration more on TV content. I wonder if they're just trying to like capture a larger audience for like people who don't game. Because that's where it's like, honestly, like games are like, I feel like becoming like movies. Like they've gotten so plot heavy. Like games used to just be about like, you know, doing tasks. Whereas like now they're focusing more on the plot. Did it live up to your expectations? Honestly, yeah. There are some things that I would like still love to see from it. And I'm hoping that they'll like release some more content. Because like one of the biggest like game modes, it was called City Trial, but it's like this little like city area that like driving around and trying to get power-ups. And I was hoping that they would have like multiple maps for it. And they only released 1 map. There was only 1 map in the original game as well. But I thought it would be cool if they like released the original map, but then also like did some new maps in addition to it. And they just did like 1 giant new map. So it'd be cool to see like more maps for that, I'd say. Because they actually kept a lot of like the original stuff in, like all of the original like arenas and stuff for like the racing they still have. And all of like the game modes they still have. While also still like adding more to it. And obviously they like redid the graphics of everything. So it's really cool seeing like all of the old like arenas that I'm used to, like completely newly redone with like better graphics. Like it's a beautiful game too. Because I was really hesitant to get it because I still have the original. So I'm like, am I going to spend $70 on a new game? Especially because I don't actually have a Switch 2. So I have to like use someone else's Switch 2 in order to play it. Which like I have, like I know someone that freely lets me borrow theirs whenever I want. But it was still tough to justify. Any future games will never live up to fan expectations. I thought they did a pretty good job with this one. And to be fair, I was never expecting a second version of this game. The first one, honestly, like, I'm gonna go grab that balloon. The first one, I think, like, didn't perform as well as they thought it was going to. So it was just really crazy to see that they even, like, decided to come out with the second one. So I was kind of, like, happy to accept just about anything. Have that. Say that for any franchise. Yeah, I mean, in general, I think that's very much the truth. Especially like when you fall in love with a game from when you're a kid, it can be hard to like exceed expectations of that. Thank you for the follow, Sirkin. Welcome to the stream. How are you? I'm good. How are you? Starting the morning off with just a little bit of cozy Animal Crossing. I don't know what time it is for you, but it's I guess 11 a.m. now, so starting to get into like later morning. Just working on getting my daily tasks done. Not too bad. It's evening for me. Nice. That's at least you're like starting your weekend. Yeah, studying a lot. Oh, are you a student? What are you studying? I'm studying to get into university. Oh, so like for like prep tests and everything. I feel like those are always the worst to study for. Because you're pretty much just having to study like trick questions. What do you want to study in university? Yeah, I have mock exams in February. Oh, well, good luck. I hope it goes well for you. I'm happy to kind of be past that point in my life. I've considered going back for like a master's or something, but I don't know. Cool. I'm aiming for a course called Computing and Software Development. Oh, nice! I studied electrical engineering, so kind of similar vein. Planning to do a master's in cybersecurity. Oh, cool. I feel like cybersecurity is a huge topic in tech right now. Yeah, and Link says my dad works for a big company called TCS as a software developer. Oh, that's nice. That makes it easy, especially like right now the job market's so rough. You know, especially for like software development. It can always be nice to have like a way in, especially just to start out. I feel like once you get experience, it becomes easier. But just like starting out, it can be really tough to find a job. In Ireland, you need a master's for a job. Oh, really? Is that like an actual requirement or more of like a requirement? All courses in Ireland has work experience in them. Oh, that's good at least. Yeah, that's one thing where it's like my courses definitely didn't give me much like hands-on experience. When I was in college, it was called like a co-op program. So like every semester I would alternate between like being on campus and taking classes or like working for a company. But it was not required for everyone to do this program. Like I willingly chose to do it. Most students didn't. It was nice because I was able to graduate with a bunch of work experience and I got paid for the work I did. So it helped make college a bit more affordable. But that's nice that they actually like integrate it into the classwork. I wish we had more stuff like that. Our way. The master's for the degree in university I'm going for, I could potentially get 20% off tuition fees because I was a part of the university. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I went to a state school. I'm originally from Indiana, so I went to like one of our like state schools there. So I got like in-state tuition. So it was like 10,000 a year for tuition just about, which I'm sure sounds especially like a lot compared to like European standards. I know our tuition in America is crazy in comparison, but the out-of-state tuition would have been like 40,000 a year. So I was pretty happy with my in-state tuition. But if I did a master's, those programs are always pretty expensive. Ireland tuition fees is about 3K a year out. Yeah, which is still expensive, don't get me wrong, but much more affordable. That's where you have so many people in the US that get stuck like in college debt for so long because they'll end up paying like over $100,000 for their degree. It can take a while to pay that back. But it's 2.5K when I go to uni. Gotcha. Yeah, that's nice. It seems like Ireland does a bit of a better job actually prioritizing education than what they do in the US. And we have grants, but that ain't UCD though. UCD is like 12K a year. Oh, gotcha. So yeah, that would be more expensive than even what I paid. All right, I need to go sell these sea creatures. I'm trying to get a scallop. Because if I get a scallop, then a little otter will visit me and give me a free item. So that's why I'm searching in the ocean. But my inventory's full, so I need to go sell what I have and then I can continue searching. The prestigious universities are more expensive. Yeah, that's what it's like here too. So I'm very, very fortunate. I wanted to study engineering, and one of the state school that I went to is like one of the top 5 engineering programs in the US. So I got really, really lucky that I was able to get in-state tuition for such a good school. But most schools, if you're wanting to go to like a top school, are very expensive. It just so happened that like what a state school in the state that I'm from happened to be a top engineering school. So I was very, very, very lucky with that. Take the pearl. I'm going to a university called ATU, which stands for Atlantic Technological University. Oh. Is it in Ireland? You got 2 inventory Pascal Deluxe, sadly. Yeah, I did. Which is a merger of 4 colleges into a university. Oh, cool. Yeah, only west coast of Ireland. Okay. My parents are actually going to Ireland this summer. I'm jealous. I've never been. I've heard nothing but amazing things about it. And I'm sure it's a little different living there versus just visiting. But I know a lot of people who actually are like trying to move there. 7 campuses, more than double the next 3 universities combined. Oh, wow. How many students is it? Very expensive, yeah. $30K overall. Yeah, that is very expensive. Come on, give me a scallop. Oh, I guess I have a friend who's also playing. 30. Oh, 30K students. Ignore the last part about money. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, that's still really, that's big then. I think my university was like 40,000 maybe? It's like one of the biggest in the state, so. I don't know how many like individual colleges there were in it. It's kind of hard to know the exact breakdown because they'd have like the College of Engineering, but then like still even within that they'd have multiple colleges of engineering for each different like discipline of engineering. And then they also had like a business college and a pharmacy college and all sorts of stuff. It was in like the middle of nowhere too. Like it was just surrounded by cornfields. So like all that there really was there is just the college. So it was very much so like a college town. For Ireland, it's huge. Yeah, sounds like it. Has the most courses provided in Ireland. Yeah, and that's why like I wanted to go to a big school because I feel like you get the most out of it because when you have more students, you can offer more courses because you have enough students to fill those courses. Number 2 in computing, number 1 in every engineering but aerospace, and has a great study area on campus. Yeah, it sounds fantastic. Thank you for the follow, Gwekboklov. Oh, we met our follower goal. Woohoo! Hello, everyone. I couldn't just go in when I saw your follower goal. Thank you. I appreciate it. For a new university, it's insane, but they do have competition. Yeah. Hi, how's your stream? Oh, it's going well. I'm trying to find a scallop so I can trade it with Pascal for an item, but haven't been having the best of luck. How's your day been? Ooh, let's go grab that balloon. And yeah, that's massive, especially for a new university. It goes to show that like clearly their offerings are appealing. Pittsburgh flooring. What did that look like? You'll get it soon. Let's keep it up a bit more. Yeah, hopefully. I've already had to sell an entire inventory of sea creatures. Queen's University Belfast just bought Dundalk IT, which is an awful college, nearly gone under. Ooh. Yes, this is the new one. I guess it kind of just like goes well with the iceberg wall. I mean, at least that's good for the students that went there, so it's not like their like college just disbanded while they were in the middle of getting their education. Makes the first Northern Irish and Irish university. Oh, wow. That's really crazy. Come on, come on. Faster than me. It's probably a snow crab. Those ones are the speedy guys. Which I've already caught one, so I don't need another one. I'm gonna focus on my scallop. Second inventory's filling up. Come on. Oh, it turned around on me. Try going up the side. Normally I feel like I've always had better luck with scallops in the front of my island, but maybe I need to switch things up. Went to Queen's University Campbell. It's nice, but it's awful. Ooh. Oh, for tuition, yeah. And that's something like that can just be so hard to justify too. Dove too early. Let's try that again. Honestly, when I toured the school I went to, I was not interested. It was like a cold, gloomy, rainy day, and I was like, I don't want to go here, but I knew it just like logically made the most sense. Because for his top university and cheap tuition was kind of hard to beat. But then once I actually started and saw it on like a nice day, I was actually able to like appreciate like the beauty of the campus. Finally. All right, let's see what he gives me. Hopefully it's something good. Yeah, there you go. Have it. Okay. Consider yourself truthed. Okay. Thank you, Pascal. Finally got it. Have you got the mermaid dress, tiara, and shoes, I assume? I have the dress and the shoes. I don't think I have the tiara. Oh, I got the mermaid lamp. Honestly, that could look kind of cool. If it's just like a glowing shell. Where am I? Oh, I need to go back down first. I also got some Nook Miles, so I'll have to check that. let's see what this looks like. Oh, that is not what I was expecting. That could look kind of cool, though. I don't know what I plan on doing with all of the mermaid stuff. How long have you played? I started playing probably around like 2 years ago. I was like really into it for a few months and then stopped for like a year and a half. And then just got back into it like a month ago because they announced like a big update that's coming next month. So I'm trying to get my island prepped and ready for it. I still kind of have a long ways to go. Oh, let's check this. I'm kind of working on just like finalizing layout of things right now. And then kind of go from there. So like over here, I have like a little canal area set up, but like I have obviously these like empty spaces where I like want to put some things. And then these pumpkins aren't going to stay here. I'm just trying to get a white pumpkin. And then I have like in my front area, I have like this whole like castle that I've built up around the visitor center. And then over on this side, I have like some of my villagers like set up here. So this is going to be kind of like a little bit of like a garden-y kind of area. Pascal probably turn up first time next day. He better. I had like 3 days in a row where it was like a 2 inventory kind of day. And oh man, it's frustrating. And then over on the left side, I have this like little beach, like boardwalk area. You can get like some ice cream and like I kind of use Able Sisters and set it up to look like a little like surf shop, like cotton candy. I obviously still have like some of my villagers living over here and like a little like seaside restaurant. This is where I'm trying to breed more blue hyacinths. It's been a long process. I've got like 8 maybe. And then back there is where I've got like my apple orchard and you can see Max stretching in front of his little log cabin house. I am gonna pop in here because this is Judy's house and there's a DIY I want that I can only get from a snooty villager and Judy's my only snooty villager. So let's see if she's doing something. No, she's just standing there. Thanks, Judy. We are also excited for the new update. How long have you been playing Animal Crossing? Did you start when like it first came out? I guess technically I started playing Animal Crossing back on like the old GameCube. I played like the original and then I also had it on DS. Then the last area I have set up is this like farm area. I still want to get some more like wheat, like this like wheat field to kind of spread out around it. You being an artist, your island will probably end up being more creative than mine, but that's a low bar. It's not very creative at all. My like favorite thing to do like artsy wise or whatever is like decorating. That's why I really like playing The Sims too, because I really like building and decorating the houses. So this is kind of my bread and butter. But I obviously need to set up just like a lot more up here. Like I just need to put more things down and then I still have parts of my island where I still need to figure out what do I want to put there. Okay, let's go sell all of these extra sea creatures that I got searching for the scallop. For New Horizon, I started in 2020. Oh, so you started like OG lockdown. I know, I kind of wish I was there for that. I didn't have a Switch at the time. I was kind of late to the game to get a Switch. I like waited for like, I got like the OLED version and even then I didn't even get it right when it came out. So it definitely took me a moment. I was just like so focused on school. I just like didn't have time. So I waited until like after I graduated to get a Switch. All right, let's go to Captain Island and see if I can get anything funky there. What's Tia thinking? Let's check with her real quick. Sure. Okay. Alright. Let's see what she just gave me. Layered polo shirt. I don't think I see myself wearing that. Did you have classes suspended over COVID? No. So we went on spring break. And then while we were on spring break, we got an email pretty much just saying, don't come back. And so the rest of my classes I had to finish online, which was really, really rough because it was just dropped on everyone all of a sudden that it was going to be online. There was no like preparation for it. And it was just like all around kind of like wonky. Like I don't love the way that my school treated it. Just because like we then had like finals week and they set it up so it's like since it was just like all around a weird year with classes, you had the option if you wanted to like switch your grading scale. So you can take classes for like a letter grade, or you can also just take them pass fail. So you'll either just get like a pass or a fail, and then those don't impact your GPA. So it's kind of like, hey, if you were impacted by like these classes all of a sudden switching online, like if you need the credit, you can just take it pass fail, get the pass, and you don't have to worry about it impacting your GPA if you're not doing as well as expected. But you had to determine that before you saw your final grade. So it's just like you had to decide before finals week. So like I'm there trying to like big brains like, okay, well I've got like 2 finals this day, so I can choose to take one of them pass fail so I don't have to worry about my grade, so I can just focus on studying for the other one. It was just like I shouldn't have to be playing like mind games with my grade right now. So like that was definitely kind of frustrating. And then like the following semester, it was pretty much like all virtual classes as well. I had like one lab class that I would go in person to 1 day a week, and we had to wear masks as well as face shields for the lab class. And then it was like my final year at school, things like kind of started returning to normal a little bit. I graduated in like spring of 2022. So that last semester was like fully normal. The semester before that, we were back to like mostly in-person classes, but we're still like wearing masks and everything in buildings. So yeah, all around just a very like weird experience to go through while like in school. I actually got kind of lucky. So like the program that I did was like 5 years instead of 4. So if I had just done like a normal 4-year program, then by the time that like I would have graduated, I would have never had like a normal like college season again. Whereas it was kind of nice, is like since I did a 5-year program, like my final year at school was like mostly normal. Like we had football games that I could go to and basketball games and stuff like that. So it was nice that I did get to have like a normal senior year, I guess. Okay, there's not too much that I really want from this island. I was mostly just wanting to see if I could get a good DIY. I didn't even pay attention to what Sandy gave me. Hang on. Oh, wait, that's really nice. You could use that as like an accent wall and just make it look like you have a wall full of bookshelves. Okay, cool. I'll have to get more books for it. Eventually, when I unlock being able to like decorate my villager houses, I can even turn one of them into a library. To be honest, my high school life in first year and second year was weird. Oh, I couldn't imagine doing that in high school. Like, I felt like college was pretty bad, but like, I don't know. I was never like a partier in college or anything like that. So it's like I didn't really like miss out too much. But I feel like in high school, like school clubs, like such a big aspect. So like not being able to do that would have really, really sucked. Some states and countries handled lockdown better than others. Yeah, for sure. I'm lucky that, like, all things considered, with how my state typically reacts to that kind of things, they reacted a lot better than I would have expected. I grew up in Indiana and it's a very conservative state, but Purdue was pretty good about like making sure that people are wearing masks, and the fact that they had us wearing masks and face shields just for the lab class. Like it was nice that they took those safety precautions. It's also kind of funny. They would do like random testing just to like kind of get an idea of like what percentage of students have COVID. And you would just be like randomly selected to get tested. I would talk to people and they'd be like, maybe they would have been randomly selected once, but typically like it was pretty rare to get randomly selected. I got randomly selected like 5 times in one semester. I don't know why. Like it's truly just random. So I got really used to going to the testing facility, but it always stressed me out because they would also send the people who were like, thought that they were sick to the same testing facilities. So now I'm worried that I'm about to get sick just to like go do their random testing. And luckily I never did. I didn't actually even catch COVID until like after I had already graduated and then moved to Texas for a full-time job. And about like 2 weeks into living here is when I got COVID. But I survived all of college without it. First year, my classmate got expelled in 2 weeks. How? How do you get expelled 2 weeks in? It's crazy. I'm gonna pick these pumpkins. So gonna dig this middle blue hyacinth up. I'm trying to breed more blue hyacinths. So I'm gonna move it somewhere else so that another one can bloom there. Stick it over by like this one. He fought a teacher, punched 2 girls in the face, and left? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I guess that's one way to get expelled quickly, just through violence. Luckily, my high school never had like too many issues. They did like the year after I left. Like things went to hell the year after I left. I don't know if they got like a new principal, so I don't know if that was part of it. But while I was there, like not too much bad happened. I forgot I was wearing those tights. Not the worst thing from my school. What was the worst? I'm just gonna plant these over here to just continue with this grid to try to get more blue hyacinths. This is what I saw was supposed to be like the best way for flower breeding is you set it up in like a grid like this. Go in and water them. I think they're maybe technically watered because it looks like they're sparkling, so I don't know if the snow did it. But last time it snowed, it like didn't actually end up like expanding any. So I'm just gonna give it an extra water just in case. Oh my gosh. That's crazy. It's sad that people are resorting to violence in high school. Shit. Only time I got unusual flowers is by accident. Yeah. I do have like, you can see I've got like a random black tulip back here. Dearson, that's crazy. That's horrible. We had a substitute teacher at my high school that was like a former prison warden. So she was always extremely harsh. I remember I took an astronomy class, and my high school was a little nutty. We had an actual planetarium in our high school. And like, this is a public school, mind you. Like, this is not some fancy private school or anything like that. And we were literally watching Guardians of the Galaxy on the ceiling of the planetarium, and she had us on lockdown. Like, had all of us put our phones at like up against the wall of the room so like we wouldn't be on our phones while watching Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, we clearly were not even watching an educational movie. And I remember at one point I just like leaned down to tie my shoe, and she starts yelling at me, accusing me of being on my phone. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm just tying my shoe because I noticed it was untied. Like, she was not taking shit from any student. Meanwhile, like, our actual teacher from the class was so chill. Like, people would sleep in his class and he would be like, they probably need it. It's like, it was just night and day difference. Oh my gosh, that's horrible. Sorry to hear that. That would have been really tough to go through as like a peer. Yeah, I'm trying to breed blue hyacinths, and I'm also trying to get more orange tulips and pink tulips. Right now I have one orange tulip, so I'm trying to get more of those, and then I'm also trying to get some pink tulips, and then I'd like to use the orange tulips to also get purple tulips, because I want to do a like field of like different colored tulips. Wow. Really sorry to hear that. Those poor kids. I can change his catchphrase? Is it easier to make more unusual colors if I had one already, do you know? I know, so if you have one and like water it, there's a chance that like another one will bloom from it. So you can like make more from that. But I don't know. Otherwise, I feel like it's best to just like try to like breed more. Like, that's why I had the whole area with like all of the white ones set up. And like mostly they've just been spawning more white. I guess I assume you can expand based off of one. I don't know if maybe you actually need two to do it. I don't know how that works. I think you just need one. Oh, actually, I know you just need one because I have a Cosmo that expanded to 2 earlier today. I know there's like probability metrics online for each thing. So if you're trying to like get a specific one, like I think the hardest flower to get is supposed to be like the blue rose. Whereas like the blue hyacinths aren't nearly as difficult as the blue rose. So it's depends like on the flower and the color. There's like a whole like science behind it. Ooh. What do I want his new catchphrase to be? I've just been lucky in school, TBH. Yeah. I'm sorry you had to go through all of that. That would have been really, really tough. This is a big decision. He's a jock, so I could do something like gym related, like spot me. Because it's like what he says, I guess, like at the end of his phrases. So what would be like a funny thing? I could just have him say bro at the end of everything. That would be kind of funny. Like he's a gym bro. Yeah, like bro. I feel like that would just make me laugh every time he says it. Like the idea of him calling me bro is pretty funny. We'll go with that. See, it's already making me laugh. Oh no. I already got a bunch of my villagers calling me Buster. Now Mac's gonna be calling me bro. Mac trusting you with his new catchphrase for real. But it works so well. Like, I feel like it really fits. Okay, I was literally talking earlier about, like, getting rid of Mac and possibly trying to switch him with Bones. But now this man is calling me Vitamin D. He's calling me bro. I can't get rid of him. No matter how much I hate his house. I like the exterior. Like, the log cabin, I feel like goes really well in this, like, orchard that I've set up. But he was one of my starter villagers, so he still has, like, a sleeping bag. He doesn't have his, like, actual interior. I think once I finish the DLC, I can change that, though. One of my classmates got banned? I mean, 20 minutes late? What the heck? It's like, as a child, I feel like a lot of times that's not necessarily even on the kid. I mean, don't get me wrong, it can be. But sometimes you need to check and see if that was actually something that was on the parents. Oh, see if I can. I'm gonna kick this down onto the path so that I can get it away from this tower. Gotta focus. Don't want to kick it into the water. Okay. I'm gonna have this one ready over here. I'm gonna make this one bigger. I accidentally kicked it into the cliff last time, so I'm gonna try to avoid that. Was literally the ultimate lazy person. Oh, okay, so it was his fault. Is that as big as it gets? No, I think it gets bigger. Did I spend an hour in the bathroom? I didn't get why people would just like hang out in the bathroom. I know that's like a common thing, but I guess it's just like because it was like away from like prying eyes of teachers. Get this from here. Bones says yip yip by default according to Google. I know, Bones is so cute. Like, I really like the look of Bones. And his house is also really cute. I would also have to do like a full-blown like villager hunt to find Bones. So it would be a lot. Can these break, like, if you make them too big? Okay, I'm gonna... I think that's about as big as it gets. He got banned. Yeah, I guess I'm not surprised if he was doing that a lot. I need to try to not just kick it into the water. Luckily, I can put it on that path, like worst case scenario. That's not gonna break it. I'm trying to build a snowman right now. Oh, I also definitely don't want to put the snowman right there. So I'll need to be, I want to move it back out of the way once I'm done so I don't end up with the snowman in the middle of my path. I think I got his amiibo after I got him. Oh, that would have been frustrating. Want to make that too big. I'm gonna move this back and down. It could also be, I just don't want it like messing with my tulip farming. So maybe I move that orange tulip. Because it would be cute kind of next to this bridge. We'll put that there. Worried about this getting too big, so I'm gonna take it along the path because I don't think it adds snow on it if it's along the path. Oh, so close. My head should be a little better, but I guess I should have run it along the path. Yeah, now that I'm seeing it, I don't think his head looks that unproportionately small. Ugh. Put some of this stuff away. Wait, I need to bury that. Good. I also need to replant that orange tulip. Okay. I always just bury my gyroids over here because then I always know they're over here. Looks pretty close. Yeah, his head just needed to be a little bit bigger. I'll have to try again. I know there's like guides online for like what size it needs to be. Okay. Maybe I'll just put the orange tulip over here instead. That way it's still close for easy watering. Okay. He still looks cute. Oh. Alright. I think that's all that I can do for today, though. I got all of my daily tasks done. I've continued working on getting everything set up over here for like the little neighborhood. I think I may never be bothered to measure the snowman myself, just relied on my eyes and pot. Yeah, that's kind of what I was doing. I know there's like, you can follow, it's like, I think one is supposed to be like at your chin level, one's supposed to be at like your nose level. Like if you're looking at yourself like dead on like this. So I probably should just double check, but what can you do? Yeah, I think I'm going to go on ahead and call it here so I can get some lunch. But thank you everyone for coming. I had a blast. I hope you did as well.